Yes, hi everyone. My name is Paul Kobe. It is my hope and prayer that you people had a fantastic church service. And now today I'm here. I want to discuss with you something which has been happening in the mountain of late. Now I'm like, okay, before we do that, guys, in case you're watching my channel for the first time, please take a second or two and press the subscribe button so that next time I produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And of late, I've received a lot of new subscriptions. Please just know that if you're one of my subscribers, I'm really grateful, and may you continue spreading my channel to your friends so that they too can also subscribe. Now back to the topic. Yeah, I want to talk about something to do with the mountain. I remember just a few weeks ago, there were rumors that was okay. Gachagua was not in the eye of public for about 1 week, so people were like, "Where is Gachagua?" And then after 7 days, Gachagua came out to the public and then to the public that I don't know he was riding in a probox, observing in or inspecting how the Mount Kenya youths have been responding to the government's call of maybe reducing the alcohol consumption in the mountain. No, there were rumors that youths from Mount Kenya really consume alcohol. So Gachagua was the one, the president assigned him the role of fighting the drug abuse in the mountain. So what happened is that so he claimed that he was using that period of 7 days, the one where it's appeared for the public, to monitor the progress of the youths which he intended to transform. He wanted to see if indeed they have changed or not. So okay, and then you see during that the period of 7 days when he was away, there were also rumors that is someone is upset with the maybe president because he was denied the chopper. I don't know during that day of tree planting day. There was that day when the government, I don't know, it was on a Friday, I don't know which date, I can't remember the date, but there was this Friday that the government said for planting trees and also for remembering the flood victims. So that day, president, together with these maybe members, took a certain they took a military chopper and went to a certain area to plant tree. So now Gachagua was also expected to take one chopper and go to Bomet to plant trees there. So while he made an attempt to take one chopper, it was blocked and told that the president they had an order from the president that no one is allowed to take chopper from no politician is allowed to use any military chopper. So those were rumors. We can't substantiate them, but in politics, nothing happened without plan. Everything in politics is normally well planned and well known. So again, later I don't know, last Sunday, if I'm not wrong, we saw Gachagua was in a certain church there in Nyeri. I was with the he was with the Nyeri governor, and he saw Nyeri governor was confronting, I don't know, the president, and maybe the people that Gachagua is the term as president men, that they should stop mistreating their son. That's something they're not going to allow. Which to me, I agree with him. Even me, I can't sit somewhere and watch how my friend or my relative is being humiliated. Of course, I must say something, and that's why we saw him. He confronted the how do you call it? The president together with the people who are close to him. And then from that time, I've been seeing Gachagua. Okay, Gachagua refused to comment anything about that. But to issue about the chopper, I think that I cannot. I also have some hint because of the same day on Sunday at around 6:30. I saw Gachagua passing here. I saw his convoy passing here at Thika Super Highway. The kind of driving that was being given was a clear indication that the kind of driving he was being given one could rule out that it was one for a state officer, for a high ranking person in the government. I had also people saying that that one was for the deputy president. Yeah, so that one can also confirm that indeed it was not chopper and was now using vehicle as a means of transport. Now again, there's something Gachagua, we have again seen him inviting the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, whom they failed out badly with, like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. He was inviting him for truce. Uh, he wanted him to come together so that they can ask each other forgiveness, so that they can work together. Of which, to me, I don't think if that is fine, because if you look at Gachagua, he betrayed Uhuru Kenyatta in a way that no one would love to be betrayed in that manner. Now, let me just ask you today, do you really think that you can work with a friend, maybe whom you brought down to up, eh? And then after getting something, he ended up betraying? Do you really think that you can accept such like person? Like, even if you were to accept it, you just know the back of your mind that this person is still likely to do something like this to me. That's why I urge Uhuru Kenyatta not to accept the Jaguar's call of working things out with him, because we remember about the Limuru 3. Limuru 3 was held. Remember, Limuru 1 had a very serious implication. The same to Limuru 2. So in Limuru 3, they declared the former president of Kenya, that is Uhuru Kenyatta, as their spokesperson. Now, as of now, people still recognize Uhuru Kenyatta as their kingpin. Gachagua was fighting for that position for a very long period of time, but Kenyans are not keen on giving him that position, because he has been from the way he has been conducting politics. It normally comes that as someone who is focused only in the mountain. And imagine he's the deputy president of Kenya. He's supposed to look like maybe a Kenyan leader for everyone, not for the mountain only. Yeah, leader for the mountain only. So the reason why he is looking for Uhuru Kenyatta is to help him take over that position of kingship easily. Yeah, I want him to help handing that over position to him. Of which, to me, I think that that's something he should not allow. He was only decided to look for Uhuru Kenyatta because he has realized that he's being related from the other side. Yeah, he's being related from the other side, so that's why he decided to look for the person that he really destroyed. But I wish I was in a position to play for you some of the clips which he used to destroy Uhuru Kenyatta with. Even if it is me, if you watch that clips, I don't think even if you will be willing even to hear anything that is being said by Gachagua. So Uhuru Kenyatta, if you can hear me, I know that I'm not old enough to advise you, but if you can hear me, I don't think if that's a good move, because what will happen in the event that Gachagua mounts a lot of pressure on Ruto, otherwise, in the event that he push him into a tight corner, whereby he can't even, okay, this is the point. What will happen in the event that he has pushed Ruto into a tight corner, so that Ruto have no option but to maintain him as his running mate coming in the coming election? That is 2027. That means that Gachagua will remain as the kingpin of Kenya. We assume that he has already settled things with Uhuru, so he'll remain as the kingpin of Kenya, and at the same time as a running mate. And the moment William Ruto will declare him as his running mate again, I'm very sure that he will not look for Uhuru again, because that will be his last time as the deputy president. Maybe the next thing we'll be contemplating about at that time will be maybe running for president the coming year 2032. And in the year 2032, most people are also waiting for him to compete with him. If you look at Didi Nyoro, maybe Didi Nyoro is a very, I think that is, if you go to the mountain, he's also a very big politician there. Most people from the mountain, I think, really love him. That's why anytime anytime we will address the public, we see public sharing him more than these other fellow leaders. We have seen people sharing also Kimani, Ichungwa, but not as much as Didi Nyoro. So Didi Nyoro and Kimani Ichungwa and maybe some other leaders who are close to the president are really giving him headache. And that's why he's looking for a very big force, which is Uhuru Kenyatta, to help him fight the two individuals. Yeah, that's why we have been seeing him really fighting to settle things with Uhuru Kenyatta. And by the way, yesterday you had that you had the Gachagua was talking about the people who are having proximity to the president, taking advantage of that to humiliate others like him. Remember, the people that he was referring to as the president men are Didi Nyoro and Kimani Chungwa. And by the way, if you want to know that Didi Nyoro is really not just a normal politician, if you go to his constituency, that is Kiari constituency, you realize that any student in day secondary school, or okay, any student who is a day scholar in secondary school there at this constituency is paying only 1,000 Kenya shillings as his entire school fees. As his entire school fees for 1 year, for one academic year. You can imagine how powerful that person is. That's something which barely happen. Making one person to pay only just making every student in a school, imagine in a whole constituency. Let's say, for example, let's assume, for example, I know maybe I mean I come from game, so let's assume that all people from game, all students from game who are in high school are only paying maybe 1,000. That is a little amount of money. But it means that is the one paying all the remaining amount of the money. That shows how powerful he is. That's something I think even I don't think if most people can manage that. So that means that Nini Nyoro is really having a lot of money because he's working the president. Of course, we also know he's also a very hardworking man. Maybe sometimes he's using his resources to support this people. Maybe we never know. Yeah. So, guys, I think that there's a very serious problem with the mountain, and if they don't look at it right now, I think that's really going to destroy them badly. Yeah. So, guys, another thing that we also realized yesterday, the president came back to the country, and if you look at the people receiving, I saw Kindiki. I can't remember the other people because I was not. I'm just going through that video very quickly, and I did finish watching it. So I did see Gachagua, and I expected that deputy president is the principal assistant to the president. That means that whenever the president is out of the country, is the one supposed to head the state. And when the president is coming, maybe outside the country, is coming back to the country, we expect him to be the one welcoming the president. And I never saw anything like that happening. Gachagua was somewhere else, and the president was being received by CS for Interior, that's Kithure Kindiki, and some other high-rank politicians. So I wondered what really transpired on that day. So, but one thing I don't understand, people are saying that the deputy president was not in a position to maintain the eye contact with the president while he was wishing him goodbye while he was boarding a plane to the UK. But to me, of course, they were looking at each other, yes. But if you look at their body language, Gachagua was kind of in a very bad mood. I'm not wrong. He was just doing it because he's under duress. It's something that he must do. But I'm very sure that if he had ways of not escorting him to the airport to leave the country, I'm very sure that would have decided to take that direction. But since he was forced, he had to uh, he had to escort him up to the airport and ensure that he has boarded the plane safely. Yesterday again, okay, on that day when he was leaving that's the president when he was leaving the country for UK, I mean United States, for a state visit, we realized that he was not using the chopper, the chopper, rather the plane he normally used while traveling outside the country. He bought another plane which I think was costing around 1.6 million per hour. That means that even during that time when he was parking there uh, at the airport, waiting for him to board, uh, the money was still counting. While on air, the money was still counting. And imagine he used this thing for around 3 days. Uh, Even yesterday, I think he was still having it. You can calculate the amount of money used to hire that chopper for those number of days. That plane, not chopper. I'm used to chopper. I don't know why, but because of Angola. Yeah, so I'm wondering why should the government use taxpayers' money, 1.6 million, to buy a chopper, yet you have an option of going for the plane which you normally use, which costs less. William Ruto could have used the remaining money to maybe to support poor Kenyans. If you go to a lot of schools were destroyed down here in Kenya by floods here in Nyando. A lot of people, a lot of students and pupils are still not in a position to use most of their classes because of the destruction that was caused by the flood that we witnessed during the heavy downpour in the past few weeks. I think that Ruto was supposed to use maybe that money to support most of the schools which are still yet open, or most of the schools which are still in bad condition. Now look at something of like the deployment of police to Haiti. Go to Barigo there. Even yesterday, one person was shot. I don't know. It was a police of no, a military officer. He was injured by the bandit, and the bandit made away with maybe over 100 votes. And look at that. Those are some of the things which the president is supposed to look at to solve fast before reaching into before making a decision of assisting your neighbor. Just like in your house, you are having a kid who is sick, and your neighbor is also having a kid who is sick, and then you are leaving your child who is sick in the house, and then you are going to assist your neighbor. You see, it doesn't make sense. You're supposed to attend to your child first. It's when you go for the one for your neighbor. Now you want yours to die as you assist others. You see, it doesn't make sense. And then if you go to IT, you could have court made it clear that it's only the president who has the jurisdiction to make a request of deployment of police officers there to maintain peace. And if you look at that country now, it doesn't even have a president. The one they had, I don't know, they assassinated in the year, I don't know, was it 2021 if I'm not wrong? So that means that something like that was not even supposed to happen there right now, as of right now. But you know what? The president said that's helped by the law. I wonder how we will continue surviving in this country. Lawlessness is looming in this country. And if not taken serious, something bad is going to happen very soon. Can you try to imagine a situation whereby a judge has pronounced himself for a certain case, and then the prosecutor, or the person who is maybe has been proven guilty of maybe doing something bad, eh? uh, uh, define maybe orders which has been given by the judge. You see, we can't survive that way. And very soon, that's what is going to happen in this country. If Ruto don't does it, if Ruto doesn't change in some things, people will just start copying the things he's doing. If I'm not wrong, uh, that time was saying that I don't know, courts were derailing his plans of maybe things like affordable houses, the new system of health funding, and all so many things. And then from that time, when the judges had received some threats from the executive, you see how they responded. They began giving some of the some of the bad things which the regime wanted to implement. They started to give them a green light. Now they started to give the regime a green light now that you can now just go ahead and do these things. Which to me, I don't think if it is okay. Something like that should not happen in our country. And guys, I'm still conducting some research on something concerning the mountain. If I get more information, I'll share it with you guys. And guys, please, yeah, I just want to remind you again before I end this live stream. If you're watching my channel for the first time, please kindly take 1 second and press the subscribe button of that. Next time I produce a video like this one, YouTube will automatically notify you. And by the way, guys, very soon I will start introducing you to some of my senior political analyzers, so that in case you want a deep analysis than the one I've done here, I can direct you to him, so that you can watch some of his videos. He has been in this industry for a very long time. He really knows how to do these things. And guys, thank you for your time, and may you please have a fantastic day.